Hi and welcome back to English with Catherine. Good to see you again. So what do you do at home? Do you know how to speak about all the things you do around the house? Well, you will, just after this. We are spending a lot of time lately in our homes due to the coronavirus lockdown. And if you are in an English-speaking country, staying with a flatmate, your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your partner, you want to be able to talk about things you do around the house. You want to be able to ask someone to do some housework or a chore. You want to be able to maybe offer to do some yourself. So it's important to be able to talk about these things. So in the next few minutes, I'm going to be going around my home, telling you what we do in each of the rooms, so you can confidently speak about all of these different tasks we do around our house. Stick around until the end of the video because I'm going to answer a question I often get asked on this topic from my students. Let's start in the living room where a lot of people like to hang out, especially on the couch or the sofa, like to watch TV, read a good book, have a cup of tea or coffee around the coffee table. When our guests come to stay, they sleep on our sofa bed. Of course, the living room is also a good place to work because it's generally a nice cozy atmosphere. But right now, this room is in need of a clean, especially the rug on the floor. So I'm going to give it a good hoovering. Okay, so I'm going to hoover up, or as they say in the United States, I'm going to vacuum. Moving on down to this long thing here, which is the hall. This is where my son goes up and down on his different automobiles. Next, we have the bedrooms where we sleep, wake up, read a book, watch Netflix, and at the weekends we have a lie-in. Did I forget anything? Now, more often than not, my son's bedroom is a complete mess. So right now I'm going to tidy it up. Now I use the verb tidy up because it's more about putting things back in their place and not about doing a deep clean, like washing the floors or washing the sheets or dusting. So that's why I use tidy up instead of clean. And here I am hanging up the clothes in the wardrobe. And now I'm making the bed. Very important to make your bed. A very wise man once said that at least if you make your bed first thing in the morning, it's one good task accomplished for the day. I don't know how true that is, but I like to make my bed. I feel a good sense of accomplishment and I feel a bit in disarray when my bedroom is untidy. Next, onto the bathroom. Bathroom, which makes you think that it should contain a bath, but it doesn't necessarily have to have a bath. It could just have a shower, like in our bathroom. So what do we do in the bathroom? Well, we have a shower, dry our hair, put on makeup, and all the rest of the general preening activities. And voila, the toilet. Now our house has a separate bathroom and toilet, which is kind of handy, I think. Next, we move to the office or the home office, where I usually do all my classes from. Some people call it the study, but the study and an office is a little bit different. A study suggests the room is really cozy, there's lots of books, you like to curl up with a good book or do some study even. So I call this my office. And as you can see, our office is also our surfboard storeroom. And on to the dining room, my favorite room because I get to eat. So in here we have breakfast, lunch and dinner. Yes, I said have breakfast, have lunch, have dinner. Because in English we use the verb have a lot for food and drink. We don't say take our breakfast or take our coffee or eat or lunch. So generally, yes, we use have. Before we eat, we have to set the table, and when we're finished, we clear the table. Next to the kitchen, where I spend a lot of my time cooking, which includes chopping vegetables, making pasta, frying eggs, things like that. I also like to do some baking, which involves making cakes or cookies or general sweet stuff. We use our oven to reheat food because we don't have a microwave. I also love to make coffee. I can't survive without having my coffee in the morning, and I often have smoothies for breakfast. Now for the not so interesting things that you do in your kitchen, like washing the dishes and drying up. So we call it doing the wash up and doing the drying. Now, I'm not a big fan of this myself, but I do have a friend who absolutely loves to do the washing up. You know who you are. I'm more of a dishwasher girl myself, so I like to load and unload the dishwasher, put the dishes away when everything is clean. We also sweep the floor every day and clean the floor or wash the floor once a week. With a child and a carpenter and 2 people who love to work out living in the house, our washing machine is always on the go. So we often put on a wash or do a wash once a day or at least once every 2 days. In America, they call it doing the laundry. Last but not least, when you're leaving the house and you want to tell someone where you're going, you can say, see ya, I'm just popping out to the shops, or I'm going shopping, which means that you're actually going shopping for pleasure. You're buying clothes or gifts or something like that. You can say, see ya, I'm doing some shopping. Doing some shopping is actually when you have to buy food. For me, it's a chore. It's something that I have to do. I don't necessarily enjoy it. You can also say, see ya, I'm going for a surf, I'm going for a run, and so on. Now for my FAQ, frequently asked question. Do I use house or home, or when do I use house or home? Now, a lot of people get confused with this, and rightly so. We use house generally when we are referring to the building or an aspect or part of the building. I have a house in the country. My house is in the suburbs. The house has a red roof. My house is being renovated. But home refers to where you live. If you say, I'm going home, you could be referring to a house, but you may also live in a boat, a cabin in the woods, an apartment in a big building block. So home covers all of these. It's really more about the personal connection you have to that place. For example, I love going home, sitting on my couch and watching TV after a long day's work. Can you bring me home tonight? My car is in the garage. Home is where the heart is. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. And if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. And if you're new, click on the subscribe button. There's lots more videos to come. If you have any questions, just put them in the comments below and I'll answer them straight away. Thanks and see you next time.